Welcome to Versus Voices. Tonight's long-form debate, online courses versus university, skills or credentials. On my left, online courses argue access, speed, skills, and affordability. On my right, university defends rigor, credentials, community, and accountability. No shortcuts, no soundbites. Let's go deep.
I am online courses, the permissionless campus. No gatekeepers, no semesters to wait, no rituals to enter. If you have curiosity and a connection, you start tonight. I turn a browser tab into a studio, a terminal a workshop. Skills first, bureaucracy never, or at least not yet.
I am university, the cathedral of organized knowledge. My value is structure, prerequisites that form scaffolding, labs that enforce precision, cohorts that pressure you to finish, and accreditation that signals competence. A degree is not just paper, it's a contract with society that someone held you to standards.
Standards without access become gates. For parents, immigrants, career switchers, rural learners, I am the only door that's actually open. I cost a fraction, update at industry speed, and let people learn around their lives. When a tool appears Monday, my lesson lands Wednesday. Currency beats ceremony.
Currency without foundations is fragile. Memorizing a tool without principles is cargo cult. My calculus, statistics, logic, research methods, these build thinking that outlasts product cycles. Employers hire for today, but they promote the people who reason across tomorrows. Breadth before specialization keeps doors open when markets pivot.
Let's talk outcomes. Portfolios beat promises. My learners ship weekly. Prototypes, repos, case studies, mini-docs. A stranger can evaluate their results in minutes. You offer transcripts. I offer receipts.
Signals reduce friction. Recruiters triage thousands of resumes. An accredited degree compresses uncertainty. Experts tested you for years, not weekends. And I produce artifacts too, capstones, theses, peer-reviewed work. Proof and signal are allies. Together they accelerate trust.
Time and money. I can res-kill a motivated adult in months for less than a single semester, let alone housing and leaving work. People don't need 4 winters to learn the 90% they'll actually use. Opportunity cost is real, and I slash it.
Some mastery takes seasons. Clinical rotations, wet lab technique, ensemble performance, fieldwork, these require facilities, supervision, and slow practice. Compressing them breaks them. Tuition is heavy, yes, but scholarships, work-study, and public funding exist because some disciplines demand that scaffold.
Mentorship is not a campus monopoly. The best online courses run live reviews, office hours across time zones, Discord cohorts that ship together, and critiques from working professionals. My classroom is the planet Lagos to Warsaw to Manila. A daily cross-cultural peer review.
Proximity builds habits you can't download. Show up to a 9 a.m. lab, present to a room, negotiate roles face-to-face. Those are social muscles. Alumni networks form in hallways and cafeterias, and their density creates internships and co-founders 10 years later. Community is not only a server, it's a place.
Assessment. I grade what industry asks. Can you ship? Can you explain decisions? Can you learn the unknown on a deadline? I simulate messy briefs, force trade-offs, and reward iteration. Exams test memory. Projects test value.
Assessment must also test what industry forgets to ask. Ethics, reproducibility, first principles, and method. I require sources, penalize plagiarism, teach the distinction between confidence and certainty. That is not snobbery. It's risk management for society. Bridges, drugs, and policies need more than hustle.
Career switching. A 32-year-old nurse wanting data skills or a 40-year-old driver pivoting to cybersecurity cannot pause life for 4 years. I meet them where they are, evenings and weekends, with modular paths that fit between shifts. The alternative is telling adults the door is closed.
When adults step into regulated roles, healthcare, law, engineering, society demands more than weekend modules. Apprenticeship hours, licensure exams, and supervised practice protect the public. My path is slower because some mistakes are irreversible.
Rigor is a choice, not a campus feature. The internet contains both fluff and brutal excellence. The advantage is selection. Learners pick practitioners who ship, not just lecture. And if a course decays, reviews expose it within days. Legacy departments can coast on reputation for years.
Reputation is cumulative accountability. Departments earn it by graduating cohorts that do well for decades, by audits, and by peer review. Yes, bad programs exist, but you can't Yelp your way into knowing whether a curriculum truly covers what it claims. External accreditation is a societal defense.
Freedom means learning without permission, place, or pace. Sprint or stroll, repeat or skip. Learn privately without shame. And pivot when you discover a new passion. Education should adapt to the learner, not the other way around.
Freedom also means obligation. To finish what you start, to face hard feedback, to read what you didn't choose, to sit with difficulty long enough to transform. A semester is a container for seriousness. Constraints can liberate by forcing depth.
Humanities versus STEM. Online is accused of being narrow and utilitarian. Yet I host philosophy salons, writing workshops, language exchanges, and debate clubs that rival seminar rooms, with guests who are actually publishing, not only lecturing.
And my humanities matter precisely because they are not elective afterthoughts. Required writing, ethics, and history make engineers and clinicians more dangerous if ignored and more humane if learned. Civilization needs more than tools.
Research. Not every learner aims to publish in Nature. Many just need employable competence. I'm optimized for that. Skill stacks that map to jobs, not to journals. Let universities lead frontier research. I'll handle the frontier of access.
Frontier research spills into the classroom. Undergrads join labs, learn methods, and see how knowledge is made, not merely consumed. That apprenticeship, pipettes, archives, field notes, is hard to replicate in a tab.
International recognition. My certifications and portfolios cross borders instantly. A recruiter in Berlin can evaluate a repo or a design system without caring where you live. Opportunity should not be trapped behind a consulate window.
Yet visas, professional registration, and employer HR systems often trust accredited degrees. When institutions need to justify hires to regulators or insurers, formal credentials are currency. Portfolios help, credentials unlock doors.
Networking. Online serendipity is real. Comments turn into collabs, discords become startups, Twitter threads become teams. Weak ties scale across continents. That's how modern projects begin.
Dense ties compound advantage. Alumni dinners, lab mates, professors' referrals. These are thick bonds that move careers fast. Place isn't everything, but it multiplies the chance of right people in the right hallway at the right time.
Mental health. Freedom to batch, pause, or go members only reduces burnout. I don't force 15-week marathons. I let learners recover without losing the venue. Catalogs earn while you rest.
Mental health through structure. A predictable timetable, campus counseling, disability services, and communal rhythms support attention and belonging. Not every brain should live on the treadmill of self-discipline alone.
Equity. I flatten the world. First-gen students, caregivers, refugees with borrowed laptops, all can learn here. The marginal cost of another seat is near zero. If education is a right, scale matters.
Equity requires resources, labs with safety officers, interpreters, tutoring centers, housing, visas. Infrastructure is expensive. That's why we fund it collectively. Rights without resources are slogans.
Cheating in AI. We're not naive. We use oral defenses on video, randomized banks, proctored checkpoints, and project-based grading where LLMs can't do the whole job. Academic dishonesty exists everywhere. The antidote is authentic work.
Authentic work includes slow, lonely tasks, proofs with no audience, experiments that fail 9 times, reading primary sources. Not every insight is a demo, some are discipline. I protect long attention when the browser fractures it.
Employer voice, 1 minute. Dear hiring manager, would you rather scan a GPA or click a repo? Most tell me the interview reveals truth. Walk me through your build, your bottlenecks, your trade-offs. That's portfolio land.
Employer voice, 1 minute. Dear GC and insurer, Would you rather defend we saw their GitHub or they passed accredited training with supervised practice? In high-risk roles, credentials de-risk organizations. That's the other half of reality.
Hidden curriculum. Online peers demystify the game. How to write cold emails, how to scope a freelance brief, how to price, how to onboard. The comments teach what syllabi forget.
Hidden curriculum on campus, office hours, research assistantships, and student org leadership teach you to speak up, negotiate, and take responsibility in public. Those habits stick beyond exams.
Accessibility. Captions, speed controls, transcripts, screen reader support, and asynchronous sessions. My defaults include many who were excluded by rigid rooms and fixed clocks.
Accessibility also means ramps, quiet rooms, interpreters, note-takers, proctored environments, embodied support that can't be replaced by a button. Inclusion is logistics as much as UI.
Technology improves my weak spots. Virtual labs, remote microscopes, cloud GPUs for ML, simulated clinics for bedside manner. The ladder to serious practice is getting sturdier every quarter.
And technology strengthens mine, flipped classrooms, MOOCs inside degrees, remote guest lectures, adaptive quizzes. Convergence is already here, the right blend for the right goal.
Cross-examination. Online courses. What is one thing university does that you cannot match today?
Wet labs with real biohazards under supervision. Safety and stewardship at that scale are hard to virtualize fully.
University. One thing online courses do better right now.
Rapid curriculum updates tied to industry changes, and global access on day one.
Lightning round. 3 myths, 3 responses. Myth 1. Online learning is easy.
Reality. Quality online paths are harder because there's nowhere to hide. You ship or you stall.
Myth 2. University is just memorization.
Reality. Good programs train method, how to ask better questions, not just answer old ones.
Myth 3. Degrees are obsolete.
Obsolete for everything? No. For many jobs, skills plus proof beat a diploma. For regulated or research roles, credentials still rule.
Agreed. The map is not binary, it's contingent. Role defines requirement.
Financing. I let learners pay as they go, stack micro-credentials, and avoid debt. Many of my best courses cost less than a month of rent.
Financing with aim. Need-based aid, fellowships, and co-op programs reduce net cost. Public universities, especially, can be ROI positive for decades when matched to field.
Global South reality. When bandwidth is scarce and salaries are low, my portable, phone-friendly modules are the only practical path. I meet learners where they live, not where donors want them.
Nation-building reality. Engineering schools, teaching hospitals, and public universities are infrastructure. They train the professionals who build the rest, and keep them accountable to the public.
Speed. I measure mastery in feedback cycles, not semesters. 10 projects in 10 weeks teach faster than one term paper in a term.
Depth. I measure mastery in sustained attention. Some ideas mature only in months of reading, labs, and critique. Fast is not always fertile.
Hiring funnels now ask for portfolios, not just GPAs. Job posts list tools, frameworks, and projects. I align to that reality by default.
Hiring funnels also filter on trust. A degree from a tough program signals stamina, collaboration under pressure, and success in structured environments. That matters in teams.
Edge cases. Creatives, analysts, coders, marketers, skills first wins. Let your work speak.
Edge cases, surgeons, pilots, architects, auditors, credentials first wins. Let your license speak.
Short rebuttals. Online courses, your strongest critique of university in one sentence.
You confuse tradition for quality and gatekeeping for stewardship. Too often, the latter is nailed to the wall.
University, your strongest critique of online courses in one sentence.
You confuse immediacy for mastery and virality for validation. Too often, the scaffold is missing when stakes are high.
Hybrid is the grown-up answer. Foundations from university, velocity from online. Campus for labs, internet for scale. Let outcomes decide instead of ideology.
Hybrid with accountability. Blend, but keep standards legible so employers, patients, and the public can trust what a credential means.
Closing statements, brief.
Choose online courses for access, speed, affordability, and visible skills. Build a portfolio, learn in public, pivot fast. Education should fit your life, not postpone it.
Choose university for foundations, accreditation, protected practice, and dense community. Education is not only what you know, but what you become under pressure.
You've heard two paths to competence: permissionless skills and structured scholarship. Which serves you better, right now and for the long run? Tell us in the comments which side made the stronger case and why. This is Versus Voices. See you next time.